you sit down. Question. So out of game, I know I already put the choice out in front of you, and you guys met the end of it with literal neutralness. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, I voted. Hey.
I think Garth
You did vote.
Mind, but just for clarity.
He changed his mind after everyone vote has been cast. So I could take it, but at the same time, I sort of don't want to take it because you already initially
doing it again seems.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering, like, is there any point that someone hasn't brought up as to why one vote should be picked versus another? Again, this isn't a debate; it's just a discussion. So, like, is there anything that hasn't been said that you guys want to bring up as to why one option should be picked over another? I think the reasoning rather, for why each of you voted the way you did has already been made clear. So, narrative significance with the kids for the stone carvers, huntsman favor for the astral animals, and we can light them on fire for coming from the tiefling. Yeah, so...
Yeah.
So yeah, like, I get why the votes were cast the way they were. But yeah, is there anything else you guys thought up over the week-long break? Be like, oh wait, this is a reason. Blah, 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 blah. Because in technicality, you guys can finish any of them at a fast speed to get to a second one. I haven't put a restriction on, like, if they go after the stone carvers, I'm gonna make a journey twice as long and twice as hard, so that way they definitely get... No, I'm not doing anything like that. Like, in technicality, you could finish any of them expediently.
I just feel like by their nature, we will not finish them expediently.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying, like, from my end, I haven't designed them as such. From your end, I can't account for your guys' end. I can't ever predict what you guys do.
As the people on that end, with experience in that shit. Anyways, I can't...
I can't go.
Yeah.
The only thing I could think of would be sending... If we go after one group, that means the other two have to go after certain groups. So how do we fuck them over?
I will say, because we'll get into the RP of this in short order. Only two teams will have a vote, and the third one is going to get slapped with, you got the fucking short end of the stick, bitch, so take it.
Which is probably the one that's bickering in the corner.
Probably, yeah. I imagine that would.
Which is weird.
Okay, here, how about this?
I'm gonna leave that one.
Do you guys want to hear which one Daxton's group wants to take?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
And then you guys can, I don't know, counter pick him and like snipe his option, like, ha! No, us instead. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Daxton's group wants to go against the Overgrown.
That's what I want to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
I wrote independently. I wrote independently, GM side, to see which one they would want. So yeah, his team wants the Overgrown team. Overgrown.
Okay. So, Overgrown, guys? I would have burned stuff. Well, that, and I think Wise technically has never been into the woods before, so she's rather interested in that.
She's never been... Well, she's up in the city. Okay.
Yeah.
City slicker.
I feel like we're going into the woods no matter which one we go after is a thing. Except for
you're going into a forest. You're going into a forest. I'll explain the circumstances and locations of each clan, and perhaps that will help narrow your guys' vote. And I'll do it as Lena. She holds up this like sort of control glove, this power glove. Only 90s kids will remember this. No, I was kidding. But yeah, she holds up this sort of exoskeleton, crystal imbued like glove, and then a crystal projector in the middle of the room, just fucking Star Wars style, begins like giving the town and the nearby proximity.
Ooh. And
there are 3 nodes that begin like glow amongst the blue humming of it, bright gold. So as you all are aware, you 3 teams will be getting sent out into the forest to go hunt down some Scornken. There are 3 Scornken clan that we are made aware of, courtesy of, and she gestures to the huntsman in the corner. Our second waiver friend here. Daxton scoffs. Lena pointedly ignores him. The 3 clans are as follows. There's a clan that seems to deploy some sort of animalistic spirits. We're unsure whether or not they actually are spirits or merely a manifestation of their intent and drive. They use these frequently. They use them to gain advantages for themselves. That's like 1 point that glows. These are all in the forest. So the area surrounding Driftweaver's Bay is open land, either for farming or just it's going to be farming at some point. So it's cleared land. So there is a decent distance until you actually get to any part of the forest. The next tribe, different node glows, seems to be intelligent enough to create tools, and their claws seem specially designed for digging through the earth to obtain stones and things like that to create such tools. Initial investigations, as she gestures to Davis, show that they have very little surface level dwellings. This clan favors the underground. Third is when I personally checked out. We've been getting reports of thicker lines of vegetation from this area for the past couple weeks, and it's only going there that you actually notice the cause of it. These creatures live in the trees, perhaps quite literally. In the trees themselves, their upper canopies, or their roots. Going after this one may be the most endeavoring. Daxon holds his hand. I volunteer my team to take it. She...
Let her finish, dude. Right. Sorry, I'll just duck down.
at Dax is volunteering, the noble gentleman from the team. No! You're not taking it. We're taking it. Why the hell are we taking it? It's the hardest one. Do you not want the hardest one? What follows in the next couple minutes is a lot of cursing, swearing, and a couple of new insults that you haven't heard before.
Sandra's loving all this shit.
I will save that one for later. Right.
Let's see. Among them is perhaps someday we will become better strangers. Nice. You're as close to being charm-free as possible, which, the way he said it, sounded like a compliment, and then you guys thought it through, like, close to being charm-free.
Damn.
He's calling you uncharismatic, and okay, so it takes a while. Stuff like that. So a couple of new custom insults. Eventually it gets to the point where Ian just pulls out his revolver and clicks it. And normally it might not ring out across the room, but there's just something foreboding and sinister about it that it shuts them up. Or, wait. Again, simple noise.
Ooh.
But it has a lot of presence.
But it has a lot of effect, and they all shut up. He doesn't undo the hammer, he just tucks it back in its holster.
That was an entertaining few minutes.
Lena looks away, disappointed, or from her disappointed look on that group, over to you guys. Their vote gone. She looks at Daxton now. We're the ones assigning the groups. That being said, we're open to suggestions, advice, courtesies, etc. Tell me, why should any group take any of these particular ones? Going back to Out Again.
Can I take a very hard look at that globe and where she put those nodes?
A real hard look?
You can. The crystal that's projecting this out from the center of the table itself is nothing familiar other than it is a crystal. You had 5 nodes, not 3. And the pattern to these 3 nodes is not the same as the 5 that you saw before. Okay. These are in like sort of like a curve, like a really shitty curve. Like a statistical anomaly curve. The one you had actually had some shape to it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, Out of Game. Before I jump back into the roleplay of you guys deciding amongst yourselves, talking with Lena as well as Daxton, why you guys take any particular option. I will voice the opinion of your NPC healer, Varric. He doesn't care. He just wants to kill Scornken. That being said, he would prefer the one that gets you guys in the least amount of danger because he doesn't want to waste his fucking time healing you constantly so he can kill more Scornken. So, that being said, as well, there's not any option that says, I'm the easiest one.
Oh, but there's an option that says I'm the
Not necessarily. The way Lena says, she says it's the one that's most endeavoring. That doesn't necessarily mean it's hard. It might also just make it tedious.
From an out-of-game perspective, do they care if we literally burn down, like, trees in part of the forest?
That's wanton destruction goes against the tenets of March United, cool. So no.
I care.
Yeah,
well,
he's the one that's important here.
I want astral animals.
Same.
What we saying?
How far away are all of them?
They're all basically the same distance away from town.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna say,
because here's the thing, they don't have the clan pinpointed. They're only sending you to the direction and area that they found them reported from. It's up to you guys to find out and kill the clan.
I want to learn about the astral animals and how they catch, and I want to go there for Russians, because he actually needs it or wants it.
For the huntsman, yeah.
Yeah.
The stone carver clan is the one that was hunting down those kids.
I don't give a shit about the kids. My character doesn't.
Alright, hell yes. I love it.
Kick over the bed, take their IVs.
And he's got a hangover. He needs those fluids more than they do.
You got the vials from Varric. Your hangover's cured out after a disgusting taste.
True.
Yeah. If you guys don't care about going after the Overgrown, there's no argument from Daxon. He's like, good. Fuck, I got my way. And then again, the third group gets saddled with whichever one remains.
I'm debating if Sandra's petty enough a bitch to be like, let's go for the Overgrown, because fuck him.
If you go after the Overgrown, you'd be saying fuck you to 1 and 1/5 of a team.
Well, Aminius can be persuaded by pettiness.
And I mean, I'm already full on the tree burning ship, so...
So I'm hearing 2 and a half for Overgrown and 1.5 for Astro Animals.
No, Varric said to not start shit with Daxton.
Well, here's the thing. Varric he's just a soldier.
Yeah.
And in true soldier manner, you can give him any order. He'll bitch, moan, and complain the entire time while doing it, but he will basically like me at work. I told my boss that, and she laughed so fucking hard. And she's like, oh my gosh, that's so true for you. And I was like, thanks. Can we close now?
Uh-huh.
You just clocked in. Can we close now?
Exceptionally relevant.
I'm all out children.
Huh. That's, Cersei. Tell you what. We can take a 5-minute break, because I need to use the restroom. I need to clean up Tango's litter box, because he just fucking take a poop. Boop. And I want my room smelling like poop. And you guys can discuss it.
Sure.
How's that?
Okay, doc.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
10 minutes later. It's been 5 minutes. Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, no. So we're all thinking about the Overgrown, or
Stone Carver.
Stone Carver, okay. Because I mean,
I'm mostly...
for the sake of speed, for the sake of speed, I don't mind going for another one. For one to quickly get another, like a second one done.
Well, like you said, there's not like, as long as we're expedient on our side, at least to a degree, we can still get a second one.
Yeah.
That's not
The Overgrown is... I don't think that's the way to get to...
This is not the way. I also... I do kind of agree, because, like, the best option of attack we have would be if you guys had more fire spells, which I don't think you guys have a ton.
No, I don't have any.
I've only got the one, and it's not a either.
I have 1.5.
Yeah.
And I have bullets.
Wait, does the Paladin have the most fire spells?
That's...
The what, sorry?
Does the Paladin have the most fire spells?
Oh, I don't know.
Because if we leave... Well, that's the thing. If we leave the Overgrown to them, then it's going to go to Daxton, and he'll probably be able to get it done. Honestly. Because if I had to pick a group at this table that would be failing, it'd be the right side.
What were you saying?
What'd you say, Brad? Lee?
Like, he's like, we'll take the Overgrown, and we just make fun of him for taking on the easiest group later.
Okay, I can get behind that.
I think they said that was the most tedious.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Possibly the
Yeah,
most endeavoring word used.
I would prefer the Astral Animals, but as a second, I think Stone Carvers would be the best choice from a purely pragmatic sense.
Yeah. It was the stone carvers we fought in the cave, wasn't it? Yeah, okay.
So we have...
Oh, yeah, so we've already fought
Though I
some
don't
of them,
think there's
so.
anything bad about currying favor with the dude who's giving missions.
Absolutely. It would be a good way to suck up.
It would indeed.
Hmm.
Yeah, because if we knew how far away they all were, we could just quickly snipe, like, the closest one and then move
Well,
on
they're
to
all
the next.
equidistant.
Yeah, but we only knew what direction they were in, not how far away they were. Right?
Crash said they were equal distance, didn't he?
Yeah, but didn't you follow up with saying that they just knew what direction it was in?
They know.
Or that's just where they found
they were showing
evidence?
us on the globe thing, like, this is their rough location. So,
Yeah.
they know how far away they are, so Oh. Did Crash say, like, they're the same distance or no?
All I know is he said they were general area, and they weren't pinned down.
Okay, maybe it's just like he's got a big, large sort
Though,
of...
I think that would leave the Stone Carvers is rather hard to find, since they're burrowing.
I don't think that
yeah,
would make
true
it
enough.
easier in an aspect, because then it's like, oh, if we find the cave or the tunnels, then we could just go into them. The problem there is
Maybe.
surviving the caves and tunnels.
Oh, we should maybe leave the stone one as the second one, and then
Yeah.
go for... Not the animal one?
I think that's the most pragmatic approach, but if you do something else, I'm down with it.
So, if we go after animals, Daxton goes after Overgrown. Most likely, both of those groups win. The third group probably gets their ass handed to them by Stone Carvers, so we go after the Stone Carvers. In theory.
Yeah, okay.
It gets the Huntsman on our side. It keeps us from stepping on toes of Dixton. And...
Dixton.
That was really good.
Thank you very much. So I'm just gonna bite her tongue and not say it, but she's definitely thinking it.
Why is this going to say that?
Go ahead, have fun.
At some point. Maybe not right now, but...
Consider it a gift.
Okay.
And then, yeah, taking out the Stone Carvers for vengeance of the kids. Yeah, totally down for that. So I'd probably say Spirit Animals try getting the Stone Carvers and just let Daxton and his crew have their big dick swinging moments.
Because honestly, it doesn't sound like they have any mages.
Yeah, they're going in steel and blade and armor.
Oh, yeah, okay.
What happened? What's up?
I think we have a decision.
Really?
Alright,
Let me
let's
surprise.
type it
Are we all here?
Yeah.
Bradley?
Yeah.
Okay. So what did you guys arrive at? Out of game.
From out of game, I believe we are planning to go for the Astral. Let Daxton have the Overgrown.
Overgrown.
And then, when we're done, see which one of those two is left and take out that. We think probably the burrowing ones, because if that group gets stuck with them, they're probably dead.
No, I can tell you right now, you're literally watching dead men walking. Perhaps it's your guys... Perhaps it's some sort of intellectual analysis, perhaps some sort of tactical wisdom, perhaps it's some sort of...
Perhaps it's the fact that they don't work together.
I fought... Yeah, perhaps some perspective of I fought things and lived. Some perspective on this, perhaps it's I see the future. Difference between each of you. You guys get the deadly premonition, that's the name of a game, deadly premonition that these people are dead men walking.
Ooh, but they might be able to spring a bunch of their traps.
Aha. That is a shitty way to go about
There's
it,
a
but I
very...
agree with
Yeah.
it.
I would tell you that I will
Classic
roll 1d5 for which one of them survives, but is fucking crippled for the rest of their life. The rest of them are dead, and the traps that they trigger are going to be reset. So don't think they'll clear the way for you.
Nope, shame.
Oh.
They can inform you on some of them, but the thing is, like, things about trap makers is that you don't put your traps back in the same spot. Or do you? Thinking emoji.
That's awful. We said the same thing. Anyways,
I started, and now I've put that line of logic into your. So when you guys say y'all, easy clap, or
fair
thinking
enough.
emoji, that's probably me. Or mayhaps as well. Although, to be fair, Ashley Johnson is the person that put that in my head. But yeah. So, let's go into in-game, RP-wise. Leia's looking at you guys. Her hands on the, conference table. Daxton's vote is made quite clear. What about you guys?
Oh shit, Fred's not here. I would elbow him and make him like the leader, but I can't.
Tandem is here, but Fred is not.
Yeah.
No, he's kind of like a little spokesperson.
All he can say is Gambuson.
Gambus. He's a Pokemon.
Which enemy has the Gumbusons? None of them. Damn, none of them. He doesn't actually say that. I mean, pretty. Me.
From my
but if he did,
if I speak for myself, I say probably the astral creatures one.
Yeah.
Under what logic?
Like to slay all of them, but we will start with them.
I just gestured him like, there you go. Also, we possibly have something that belongs to them, so we might be able to get their attention easier.
Sure is an eyebrow.
Oh yeah, the horse.
The skull.
Hey.
We've noted such similar iconographies and effigies when we were looking there. Play to your advantage, then.
Mm-hmm.
The coin is yours. Daxton, the overgrown are yours. Thank you very much. She looks at the main group, and the stone carver are yours. Like, the two in the back are like, yes. the ones that weren't getting involved in this shit are like, yes. But the remaining three, they wanted one or the other. But, ma'am, no buts. Get to it. Of course. Requisition orders can be put in with Ember. Tell him you are going to be the first wave getting sent out for Operation Scornward. He'll know what it means.
Alrighty.
Daxo, how's it been? Ma'am. Yes. If I'm not mistaken, there's a large number of other expeditionaries. Why are we the only three getting sent out? I assure you that they are getting sent out as well, albeit for different tasks. And you should consider yourselves fortunate. You're getting sent onto land. A large number of them are getting sent into the waters. Daxon lowers his hand very slowly, and noting the heavy armor he's wearing, as well as his team. Leia just stares him down for all that. Mm-hmm.
It's a smarter proposition.
Yeah.
And we're not just killing things either. You may, in your endeavors, see a couple other expeditionary teams. They're going to be setting up wards, infrastructure, posts, stuff like that. If you see them in the request raid, be sure to help them. They shouldn't have to request raid, but if they do, do so. Of course, you see any traitors, kill or capture them, preferably the latter. If they don't want to be captured, then kill them. That being said, with these Scorn can roaming around, I highly doubt it. Other points of order. As far as we're aware, the Scorn clans number from 12 to 12.5. Exact measurements are hard to do. Be wary, you will be on their turf as opposed to the other way around. They will have the home advantage. That being said, they're also quite dumb, so they might not even capitalize on it. Any other questions? One of the shitty team's members holds up a hand. Yes. We talked to Ember in the past and for potions of a particular sort, and he said we had to go talk to someone else. Would that be requisitionable as well? Lena raised an eyebrow at this. And what sort of potions were you inquiring about? Potions of healing Ember should have plenty of. They wanted poisons, ma'am. The noble goes. The person looks shamefully down. No shame in wanting to kill your enemies faster. That is true. Ember doesn't have access to that. You'll have to go to the medical wing for that. Well, it's not part of the medical side of it, but it helps. Thank you, ma'am. Any other questions? She looks across the room. Then you're dismissed. Get to it.
Yeah, Roshan would just kind of wait at the door.
Everyone stands up, begins walking out.
I head over to the huntsman real quick.
He's talking with Davis, and you're sure you saw that. About as sure as I am that there's clouds in the sky. Yeah, the huntsman thinks for a moment, were there clouds today? There were. If that's the case, then I'll be sure to trust your judgment. Davis does a nod and begins walking off. He sees you approach. Can I help you, Expeditionary?
Hi, Quentin from the medical wing sends his regards and says that you should be fine for deployment soon.
Ah. Excellent. It's always good hunting with your whole pack. If you see Quentin again, tell him my thanks, and offer you my thanks as well.
Anytime. With, do you know how much time we have until we're officially sent out? Just, I'm assuming
Now.
as soon as possible.
You have to get your supplies, requisitions, and get going.
Understood.
There should be some sort of wagon or mount or otherwise ready for you at the stables on the next to the gates.
My team shall take care of that. Thank you for your assistance. And she turns around and just leaves.
He nods and then pets his wolf on its head.
Where's this urge to pet dog?
Yeah.
Don't pet service animals, they are doing...
I know, but it doesn't make them less cute. Anyways.
So,
Yeah, whenever,
rush it, yeah.
whenever Daxton goes to walk out, I would just stop his group and be like, may the gods be with you.
Daxter raised an eyebrow at this. And with you, second waiver, and with you. You guys will probably need it. He walks out.
Let's go. See you later, Dixon.
He stops in his steps. Varric's like, don't antagonize him. I told you shouldn't antagonize. Could you care to repeat that, second waiver?
Oh, no. What? Is that your... What do you mean?
I think
What
it's
did I
just the
say?
accent.
Yeah, I mean, what did you think? I'm not trying to be mean. Isn't your name Dixon, right?
I believe...
Sandra, you see from behind Wise, Varric's just doing the neck chop thing, like, no. Over at Daxton. Like, looking at Daxton. And Daxton just leaves. The way you say Daxton really sounds like Dixton, Wise.
Oh.
Just
He
saying.
does it.
Sorry. I mean, it's...
It's just an
Yeah,
accent.
I didn't
It's
think
not
I was... Yeah, I know. I didn't think I was saying it like that.
Right.
It's a shame that isn't it?
Just correct it next time, unless you're trying to say it. In which case, I'd say don't try to say it.
No, it's cool. I'll watch my tongue.
Is your tongue forked? I have to ask.
I
don't know. Are
Is
two
my
things-
tongue forked?
Tieflings can have forked tongues. I believe so. If I remember my phenotypes correctly.
I don't know. I don't think I've...
It's up to you.
I'm gonna go with a regular tongue. I don't know how I feel about having a forked one.
Too devilish?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, snake.
Anyway.
A snake with a lick.
Yeah.
Anyways, so you guys leave the conference room. Now it's like, which part of the region do you want to go to fast travel style system? What requisitions do you guys want to put in? Do you guys want to go hit up the medical wing for toxins or specialty potions within reason?
Would toxins
Oh, yes.
work on a gun? I'm assuming no.
Normally, no, but this is D&D, so yes.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna invest in that shit. Thank you.
It makes it no more broken than applying it to any other weapon.
Fair enough.
I remind you that time of when an assassin tried to kill your cleric and, let's see, had they were like what, a 15th level person assassin, and they also had like a 13th level toxins on their blade, and that did like in an instant like a fuck ton of damage.
It did.
Yeah.
Like
I wanna say it
100
was in the
something.
ballpark of 100.
Yeah, it was above 100, which was definitely insta kill range. So makes a quality assassin, which I think makes sense. If an assassin decides to not use toxins, then they're just crippling themselves.
I mean, yeah, they get poison her kit for a reason.
Exactly. So, you applying toxins to a gun, I find no more broken than applying toxins to a bow, or a crossbow, or a blade.
Awesome. So with that in mind, Sandra would want to requisition a few health potions, just to be safe, and a few...
Healing potions are with Ember.
Yes.
And those are like upper tier healing potions, which I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna get shot down.
Yeah, we don't need that shit. That's for like, if we go to Ember, like that's what Sandra would want, and also toxins.
Toxins, you have to go to the wing.
Okay.
You could get the healing potions from the wing itself. They have it there. They just give it over to Ember.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's the quartermaster. But
Well,
he's the middleman, they're the supply, you know what I'm saying?
Anybody else want some poisony stabby things? I guess they don't have to be stabby, but poison shit.
You guys said as you're walking over to the medical ward.
I don't know if it's like against Tannum's code, but I'm assuming he would.
I would say so as well. I don't know. Like Fred hasn't detailed to me like if Tandem is willing to quote unquote fight dirty, or
I don't
toxins
think
are
he's
dirty, but dishonorably or whatever. Like it's I don't know. I mean, he's kind of with lighting his fucking sword on fire. So I'd like to think that putting toxic on it was probably fair game for him. So yeah, you guys come up to the medical, or go into the medical wing, and sort of ask like, hey, well, who do we talk to for, you know, like, specialty potions and toxins and things like that? And you get pointed from some staff members to the far end of it. It sort of curves off and forms like a sort of T at the end of it, and you get pointed to the left side. You guys have to ascend up some stairs, again, another story up here. And basically it's an entire, like, lab setup, or studio space, I guess is the best way to put it. And it's shared between two people, and you don't initially see like the second person. You do see one guy working in the corner, but then he just ignores you initially. As you guys like go over to approach him, you guys get stopped by the second person, who is just like underneath the table. Oh, hey, what can I do for you?
Sandra has her head tilted like way to the side. Do you need a hand getting out from under there?
No, I'm good. Sam's like, I was just grabbing something from underneath there. And he puts his hand on the table, the lab table. What can I get for you? Who are you guys? He holds out a hand.
I take it.
Have we met?
I don't believe I've had the pleasure. I'm Sandra. This is, I don't want to say mine. We're an expeditionary team headed out on...
I could tell that.
Operation Scornward, and we want to acquire some poisons and toxins and things that kill things good.
He nods like sort of sagely.
Yes.
I can get behind that. Yeah.
Might I ask your name?
He like stares at you for a moment. I'm trying to remember his name. I made some NPCs, but unfortunately I didn't bother typing down my sort of thought of him on the car ride to and from work. So I'm trying to remember his name.
They exist.
Oh, I remember. I'm Oswald. Nice to meet you. All of you. Sandra, and he gestures to the rest of you. Roshin. I like that. Nice to meet you, Roshin. Wise! That's an awesome name.
Oh, thank you.
You guys do the rest of you? Tandem introduced himself, we skip past it.
Gumbasin.
I like how this is a running joke for Fred, that he's some sort of mono-vocabulary creature that only says canvas.
He's not here to fight it, it's true.
It is fucked up.
Oh my god.
He commanded such respect in the previous game, and now he's this gremlin that says Gambit all the time. Disrespectful. Anyways, yeah. Oswald, just as the rest of you. Oswald. Samuel. That's a respectable name right there. I like that. He points at you, Aminius. And you?
Aminius.
That's a long name, long like your hair. I can dig it though.
Aminius laughs and blushes.
So, I'm sorry, I already forgot. I'm trying to remember your names. What were you here for again?
Poisons, I
toxins
believe.
and poisons. For
Or
weaponry.
toxins, yes.
Oh, you came to the right place. Toxins are my specialty. You want potions, you talk to that guy over there. And he points to this guy dressed in, like, lab gear, similar to, Anastasia.
Mm-hmm.
Except a bit less thick, requiring need to take magical force. Yeah, don't talk to him right now. He's in one of those work trances. One which you have broken utterly. My bad. I was just greeting our guests here. Ugh. Don't mind him. That's Gull.
Gaul?
Gull. Yes, Gull. Like Charles de Gaulle, or Gull as in the people. That's Gull. A lot of jokes get made at his name. Don't worry. Don't bring it up. He makes the potions. He does the healy stuff, I do the killy stuff.
And you definitely don't want to have the eye or the guy that keeps you alive.
Basically.
Or dead, honestly. Or can kill you, honestly. Actually.
It's so very ironic that the freaking slumberer is the one killing people. He shrugs. What can I say? Death is just a really long sleep. So,
That's
you guys want to talk?
at all. Right. Sorry. Keep going.
Don't worry, I get it all the time. So, what can I do for all of you? You want toxins? Now, as much as I would love to give you the finest toxins I got, and trust me, those things cost an arm and a leg of multiple things to make, I can't just give those to you. I gotta save those. That being said, some lower stock toxins, I can help you with that. Come on over here. He walks off to another part of the lab. So, I gotta ask, you want toxins, is this a requisition order, or is this a payout? And he holds up, like, the, thumb rubbing the two fingers. Yeah, the money thing.
Requisition.
This, and he does the money hand thing, is a lot better for me than the other thing, technically. I get paid.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Requisition, it's fine. The expeditionaries gotta kill. That's just how the world works. Things die.
Did this guy get...
And sometimes...
Is this guy talking to Russian's dealer?
No.
I feel like they would get along. Anyway, sorry, continue. I didn't say that.
Sometimes things gotta die so that other things can live. Or sometimes things just gotta die. I can respect... He says this while he's, like, grabbing and opening a number of cabinets. Like, he doesn't really know where it is. Yeah, some things just gotta die. Usually there's scorn can around here, but, sometimes you'll meet other things out there that just gotta die. Let's see. Here we go. And he pulls out, just, pulls out from it's not a table. It's a tabletop, but not the table itself. You can't see underneath it. He pulls out from the surface of the table, just, this little pillar from down up vertically. There it is.
Ooh, fancy.
Man, these fancy tables, I'm always losing stuff here. Alright, so if it's a requisition, I can give you 3. 3 is usually the standard number.
If you
want to pay more, if you want.
Color me interested.
Now, I don't make these prices. I have to inflate them well past the cost it takes to make these things because they're trying to make sure not everyone and their mother in town has poison or toxins or venom or whatever in their household. So, as a result, it would be 20 gold. That being said, since it's not requisition work, they might be a little bit better. You know what I'm saying?
Would there be the possibility of it being lowered if we acquired ingredients for you while we were out?
Or is that I have plenty of ingredients at home. Don't worry. If you're talking about one of my finer sleeper agents, then maybe. But if something as low as this, I can make these day, night, in my sleep. Fortunate. It is fortunate. It's funny because I sleep a lot.
I picked up on the joke.
I want to ask as well, am I able to get some, like, poison as well? Preferably stuff that, like, knocks people out?
Oh,
it
you...
might come in
Oh, I don't do sleepy stuff. That's him. I do paralysis stuff, though. That's close enough to sleeping, right?
Yeah, that works.
Although I
yeah,
suppose
that
they
works.
can still feel everything, too.
That's
But yeah, I got something like that.
I'm side-eyeing this guy hard.
Works for
I'm
me.
just
What you
saying.
got?
I'm just saying. That's what happens with paralysis. At least the ones I make.
Okay, you're kind of creepy, but let's see what you got.
I hear it all the time, don't worry. I'm creepy for a good cause. Well, hopefully good. He just to you guys. Hopefully.
Are you done getting your stuff, Sandra, or are you still?
Oh, I'll just take the few poisons that are available. She's not gonna.
Alright, you get...
ones.
Fair enough. You get 3 vials of basic poisons.
Those are like 1d4? Or...
It's a DC 10 con save, or they take 1d4.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Even though it should be called toxins because it's poison and it has to be ingested. And
They last a minute though, which is different from the apothecary's toxins, which last a certain number of rounds or a certain number of attacks. These last just a set amount of time.
Gotcha.
Is there anything else I can help you with, my friends? I am here as a resource. Maybe not for free, but I'm here as a resource nonetheless.
Yeah. Does the potions come under the requisition thing?
The poisons come under the requisition thing. If you want potions, you talk to him. You want those paralysis things? I can give you one. Because I already gave those 3. I can only give you one of those paralysis poisons.
Oh, okay. I'll take it then.
Fair enough. He just like pushes down the pillar with the basic ones, and then opens up a cabinet nearby and pulls out this. The poisons he has are purple, but except the paralysis one is like this sort of near black, so nebula purple. It looks basically black though. One hit is all it needs. Hopefully. Unless it's a tough son of a bitch, in which case then maybe apply more forcefully.
Alright, so...
Directly to the forehead, preferably.
Alright. So whole flask or just a little bit for it to work? Sorry, I missed that bit.
If you want to insure it, the whole damn thing.
Alright. Thank you.
No problem. You guys can come back anytime. My door is always open. Our door is always open. See, he didn't say it's closed sometimes, so that means he likes you.
I'll remember that and possibly take you up on the offer. And try to stay out of his way.
He's a nice guy underneath it all. He wants to do good by you guys, so that means he needs to focus his work. He's not sociable, but he's very productive. Quite the opposite of you. Hell yeah.
Anyways.
Anything else, expeditionaries? If not, then I got a nap to get back to. You also have a toxin brewing. Oh shit, he's right. My bad. Let me go check on that real quick. Stay here. He goes over to like this blazing fire that's lighting some what's the word? Albinek. Serves, glass
Right.
jug. And he turns it down. Mission accomplished. That's all he does. He goes up. Mission accomplished. He comes back to you guys. What was I saying? Oh, yeah.
Bye.
I think we're going to say something about health and safety, but I think we'll be on our way.
Oh, yeah. How did people notice that fire?
I don't...
You get used to it. The noise of fires blazing, you get used to it.
Right, okay. That's a bit worrying.
You have the wide smile. You guys want a drink before you go? He just like this
Amenious.
jug of alcohol
Heart
around
fault
it. Yeah.
immediately.
Oh,
It's
I
not
remember.
toxin, I swear. I like drinks. That's all.
I want a drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it too.
Cheers,
he pours
guys.
this.
Cheers.
He pours this.
Order.
Basically, it's like mead, rum. It's wine of the Greek version, and wine of the Greek version is not the wine we have now.
Isn't it like super watered
He
down?
does not.
Oh god,
You
it has
have-
lead in it.
You have to water. Normal custom for Greek wine is you water it down. He does not do such. Bottoms up. He gives you all a shot. You know that it's a familiar purple like his toxins, but it's a bit concerning. But he drinks it himself. Ooh. I think I might be awake a little bit longer.
See, the problem is with him drinking it, it doesn't reassure me because he could just be like good with his own
Immune
shit.
to his own toxins.
Yeah.
That is
I'm
not.
gonna say,
I wait for someone. else.
Your expression says this. He's like, I have drinking my own toxins before. That's why I keep antitoxins around.
Was it on purpose
Whoa.
or was it an accident?
One time on purpose, several times on accident. Fucking idiot. From the other side of the room. That's why I give you some antitoxins too, in case you need them. In case I need them. In case you need them to give to me.
Russian just begins slow walking.
Just like slowly.
Yeah.
I will just down my drink and
Yeah.
thank you for your hospitality and do a bow and follow Russian.
My pleasure, my pleasure. You guys have resistance to poison damage for the next, until your next long rest.
Hell yeah!
I like this guy.
There's one particular guy that this guy's inspired off of, and I know only one of you could possibly know it.
Jesus.
Do you know who this man is based off of, Garth?
I mean, like the voice sounds familiar, but I can't place it 100%.
Oh, then it's gotta be a super giant game.
It is. Yeah, let me make it easier for you. Zagreus, my man, you gotta get up here to Olympus.
my God.
We could have the greatest feast
That
you'll ever
explains
see.
the-
Quite the opposite of down there in Hades, my friend. There, here's a little pick-me-up to get you going.
Why do you have that memorized?
It's not memorized, but that's just the general theme
Fair
of
enough.
how he talks. He never says Zagreus, he says Zag.
Yeah.
He's always party.
That explains why it's Greek wine.
Exactly.
But-
In case, for those of you that don't know, let's see, Hades Wiki, there he is. He's a lovely gentleman. That's what he looks like, if it loads.
He's possibly wearing pants under that. Possibly.
Oh, Dionysus.
That's what the character looks like. That's not what this guy looks like.
Oh.
Yeah, Dionysus. He has the
Dionysus.
best buffs in game, in my opinion. Poison damage that's attacks. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, he's overpowered.
Broken as shit.
I purposely don't take him because I'm like, this is too much of a crutch. Like, it's too easy.
much of a gimme.
Although I might take it to get past fucking Elysium. God damn.
God.
Fucking Theseus, piece of shit. Anyways, though, you guys depart from the medical wing. Toxins of assorted sorts in hand. And you guys head over to Ember. Daxon is leaving Ember, and luckily or unluckily, you guys you guys are past the distance where a conversation wouldn't be non-awkward. So you're past it. It's like holding the door open for someone when they're like really. Yeah, you're. Hello. You guys just missed your best friend over there, but I guess I'll have to give him your regards later. What can I get for you? Operators, and he gives like a wink.
Just simply needed some healing potions, I believe. At least
Just some healing potions.
I,
For yourself, for the team, huge difference. And if I find out you say for the team and you take them all yourself, that's a no by the regulations.
it's mostly for the team.
That's close enough. He like opens up like a chest that he was putting it down as you guys are coming over, and he just brings it back. He opens it up and it's like those like big those intricate like toolboxes that had like fan out to individual compartments and stuff like that,
Mm.
like the doll maker thing in Toy Story 2 for Woody. Just and there's just a bunch of different types, sizes, brightnesses of red healing potions. Okay, 1, 2, and 3 standard fare. Unless you wish to purchase more, that's always fair game.
No, we got him around. I throw my thumb at Varric. This is more last minute, possibly almost about to die kind of shit.
Fair enough.
I have a question.
That way.
Yeah. I have a
Yes.
If we don't use them in the field, do we return them afterwards, or do we just get to keep them?
Well, returning them would certainly be a courtesy, but at the same time, it saves me time from having to give you even more when you eventually, inevitably requisition them again later.
So, whatever.
No trade-ins, though.
Understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Any of you not need anything?
Silence amongst the wizards.
Oh,
I keep
sorry.
forgetting that. I'm used to traveling with more like melee or shooty kind of people. Magic was never really what I got.
I have 7 gold. I am okay.
You've got what, sorry?
7 gold.
I have
7 gold. Requisitions,
Oh,
my
that
friend,
is-
are free of charge if they're within reason.
That is
They trust my
sad.
judgment for it.
I am so sorry for that. Because I'm gonna like put a hand up on his shoulder. We're gonna have to reach quite high. But
Yeah, you have to like go on your tippy toes
Yeah.
and like raise your arm all the way up. Like,
Just like, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. That's tough.
Do you know of any potions that would be beneficial against this Scornkin?
let's see. So they got the overgrown. I gave them some instant blaze, quote unquote toxins. They're not toxins. They're more like just alchemical creations. Something against your Scornkin. Something a bit more magical. I have something.
Hi.
There's 3 of you, and he gestures to the wizards, and I'm allowed to give 3 total, so 1 each. He grabs from underneath a smaller box, and he opens up. It doesn't have this intricate network or anything, but it's just stacked on top of each other, one on another. These blue potions, and he grabs one in between each of his fingers, so the gaps in between, and he just holds out 1, 2, and 3.
Ooh.
Many thanks, but what are they?
Something for the magically inclined. Help you get some of your juice back, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, it's bring back slots.
It's a freaking mana potion, dude.
It's a mana potion. It gives you back. It gives you back up to 2 levels of slots. So that's either 1 level 2 spell or 2 level 1 spells.
Oh, am I taking that? Am I taking it?
They're referred to as Manax potions.
Manax.
So
Can
it's
you
mono
take
with an
that
X.
out? Oh, okay. That's easier.
It's mono with an X. This might be familiar to 2 of you, but Manax is a unit of measurement for raw magical energy, as opposed to a Strelex, I think it's called, for
Oh god dang it!
for focus magical energy. So raw magical energy from the world around you, when you focus it yourself as a mage, it becomes a different form of measurement.
I remember you mentioned this in the one shot.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Oh yeah, let me see if I can dig. These are the fucking best questions.
It's
No, they're
impressive
really
how
not.
much bullshit you made up just for that test.
Here, I'll give it to the rest of them just to see what sort of bullshit like you guys had to. Okay, I had to get Eliza's voice. Assuming you were tasked with burning away thick green bush the size of the doorway you just entered through, approximately what proportion of energy and time would it take to fully clear it away, using whatever form of magic you would so desire? And then it's a multiple choice thing it's Manax with a CKS. 500 Manax at 1 minute, 750 Manax at 1 minute, 1000 Manax at 1 minute, 750 Manax at 30 seconds, or 1000 Manax for 15 seconds. And they had to pick which one was the correct answer.
I think it was like 500 for a minute.
Wow, you have a really good memory.
Hey. To be fair, my character did rock it on that test.
Yeah, for the evocation one, yeah. But yeah, there is a bullshit magic fundamental education system out there. I'm not sure how formally you guys went through it. Saying I know definitely more so than Wise. But, yeah, like it's there. So, Manax and stuff like that. And by the way, I spelled it wrong, so it is Manax with
Yeah.
Manax. Manax.
Oh, like that. Okay.
Yeah. I remembered it wrong.
All right. Thank you.
But yeah, there is, to maintain verisimilitude, there is a system out there. A science-based system on the magics.
All right.
So yeah, you guys put in your inventories 1 Manax potion, and it could give you up 2 slots worth of spells.
Ooh.
And of course, there's greater Manax potions, which will give you 5 slots and stuff like that. But you guys, this is your first mission out, so I'm not giving you, your first mission out into the woods, outside of the safe confines of town.
I'm about to store up on those and just smite away.
Keep in mind you have 3, and there's 3 wizards. If you want a 4th one, you have to pay for it or talk Ember into it. So, does Roshan get one, or is it just given off to the wizards?
No, I'll give it.
Okay.
Does he
He's
voice
very
any
generous,
desires?
isn't he, Tango?
If he wants, we could spite
Very-
him. If you can get more
very
smiting
generous.
power, I would fund that.
I'm chilling. I got 3 spell slots. I'm in the
Okay,
game.
You good? I think when that happens, Sandra's eyes linger on Samuel for a second, remembering that he has like a magic resistance kind of spell thing. She doesn't know what it is, but I'm referring to like shield and mage armor shit. She turns to Ember and asks, I don't think you're entirely the right person to ask this, but do you think the spectral animal people will be able to apply their magic stuff to themselves in a way? I'm not very good with that.
I wouldn't know, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm not terribly magically pursuing myself. Sorry. If I had to place a safe assumption, just assume they can. You're better safe than sorry, huh?
Hey. So with that in mind...
Tango, don't point it at the revolver.
He wants to be a gunner as well. Let him live his dreams.
Okay, I'll quick.
Gunner.
I'll quick. Alright, shoot me, buddy.
Take me.
Pull the trigger. Do it! Do it! Do it, my son! Do it!
Surpass him.
It's fine. Fine.
So with that...
He's awake now.
Dang, you played yourself. With that in mind, do you think you have something that could potentially get through that possibility? Or get around it, I
He
should
looks...
say.
Blade and bullet, my friend. Blade and bullet. Just like everything else around here. The scoring chem might be supernatural, don't get me wrong, but the thing is... They have their limits. Ones which will push them to and past with blades and bullets and bow and arrow and stuff like that.
It just might take a few more shots.
You guys will be fine. Ask Varric himself. Not all of them have any fanciness to them. Some of them are just plain tough. And easily susceptible to ballistic fire.
Very well.
Oh, I can use the word fire now.
Ha.
No more friends saying you can't say fire, it has to be loose.
No.
We can say fire now because they're guns.
Say Kempison 3 times he arrives.
Can you jump down from the table, Tango? Or are you stuck up there?
This is
I
important.
think he's stuck.
Oh no.
He wants to get down. Okay, I'll bring you down. He can't jump or fall that high yet. Confidently, at least.
Well, I think I'm all set up. Shall we go off?
Alright. To the stables! Du-du-du-du.
To the horses.
Luckily for you guys, Daxton has to go to a different set of gates, thus a different set of tables. Stables.
They're probably tables.
Too much table talk with Tango. Yeah, there's probably a table in the stables. Say that 15 times fast. Don't actually, I don't care. So you go to the stables,
It
and
would be quite the fable.
Do you think they have
it'd be
labels?
quite the
Probably
fable to
do.
say. It'd be quite the fable to talk about the tables in the stables. Anyways, so you guys head over to the stables. Would you guys like a 5-minute break?
Sure, I can rock with that.
Yeah,